Nintendo got their Direct out finally. Lots of people were waiting to hear about that. They announced it and then put that bad boy out yesterday, and just in time for Twitter to completely go down. Whole the fucking website went down literally moments before the Nintendo Direct, and then I shit you not, you can't write this, it came up right after the Direct was over. Shit literally just went completely dark for Nintendo Direct and came back online, and everyone thought that was kind of hilarious, if not kind of bothersome, because usually everyone likes to react to the Directs and whatever happening in real time, but that was not possible for this one. So I just got the highlights of what went down here at this Direct. There was more stuff, and of course, some people, anyone that hasn't already seen it can go and see the rest if they want. But here were the highlights as far as I was concerned. So for one, Nintendo is joining the rest of the crew in raising the top-end AAA pricing of their games to $70 US. They did say that this is still going to be a case-by-case basis, but I read that case-by-case basis just means AAA games.
Yep.
Birdo! I've been a Birdo advocate for fucking ever. I've been waiting for Birdo and Smash. It never happened, but thankfully, finally, Birdo is in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But of course, for a price. I gotta be honest. I know that Skyrim is goated for like long tail sales, long tail, monetary gain for input, and then you got like GTA 5 is actually even higher than that. Mario Kart 8 has got legs, bro. You want to do me a favor and just type in Google Mario Kart 8 release date? Because they have been riding this deluxe train now.
2014. Damn.
2014!
Damn!
We're going into year 9, and you know what? It's still, as far as I remember, or know, the number 1 selling Switch game. And I don't mean like all time. I mean like in sales quarters, it keeps selling more than almost
52 million copies sold.
52!
52 million. The second closest is 41.59 million, and that's Animal Crossing. Smash Bros. Got 30 million. Breath of the Wild, 29 million.
52 million copies, bro.
That's fucking nuts. Dude, they made fucking bank.
And now they're selling the season passes and shit for deluxe and everything else.
When do we get Mario Kart 9? Like, holy shit. Why you need it? Why do you need it, I guess, when you sold 52 million copies? It's like, where's Grand Theft Auto 6? Why do you need GTA 6 when Grand Theft Auto 5 is still printing?
$1 billion a year. Why? Well, it's the same question as why is the Switch 2 not out yet? They just passed, I forgot to write this in the notes, but we've just reminded me, just having this conversation reminded me, they just passed PlayStation 4 all time sales record. And in obviously less time than it took the PlayStation 4 to reach those same numbers. And now they're working their way, towards, I don't think it will ever, I mean, I shouldn't say this. Because Nintendo, you don't want to ever fucking, say Nintendo can't do something. But, PlayStation 2 is that's the next titan to take down as far as overall sales numbers. But yeah, what's the reasoning? Why would you ever do it? You put out a game that's as busted as the last Pokemon game and it sells fucking 30 million copies. You got Mario Kart 8 that's 9 years old, sold 52 million copies. People are still buying DLC for it and shit. There's no incentive. You just keep rolling that train. And so, yeah, that's the latest coming out of that. They are going to be raising their prices on some of their games to $70. Pikmin 4, which a lot of people have been waiting. Here's the release date list I've got here. So, Pikmin 4 coming July 21st. A lot of people have been waiting a long time for a Pikmin follow-up. Sama de Amigo, which I didn't think I'd ever see another one of those bad boys, is getting another one called Party Central, and that's arriving this summer. That weird Bayonetta Origins game that we talked about several podcasts ago is coming out March 17th. Octopath Traveler 2 has a demo out now. They released that during the Direct. And the game itself releases this 24th, so February 24th. Katamari is coming back at some time. That was a game that did very well back in the day. Very unique game, Katamari Damacy. So the Katamari games are returning, or at least a new one is, sometime in the future. They just have a TBA on that one. Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. So you'll remember, I think, probably, that we talked about this. It actually got indefinitely postponed because of the war actually happening at the time, around when it was originally going to get released. And Nintendo came out and said it would be in bad taste to be releasing Advance Wars during this time, so we're just going to put this on hold. And so they did, and now we have the release date, which is April 21st. Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games have made their way to Switch Online now. It's been a hot minute, but they finally got there. A lot of great games on both of those platforms, so hopefully we get some bangers out of those lists. A pleasant ghost drop, another surprise drop of a game. So first we had, Microsoft with the Hi-Fi Rush. Now we've got Metroid Prime Remaster. Completely fucking ghost drop that bitch. Nobody saw that coming, and it was a pleasant surprise also because, of course, Metroid Prime 4 was not at this event. So a game that a lot of people are very much looking forward to. They didn't have any new information for that for them, but they at least did have Metroid Prime Remaster, and that's out now. You can just pick that bad boy up and play it as you want. Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD remasters coming out this summer. Old folks can get real happy as Professor Layton and the New World of Steam was announced. And, of course, Tears of the Kingdom, the next Legend of Zelda game, the follow-up to Breath of the Wild. The probably biggest release of 2023 alongside Starfield, if not just the biggest release period. It's going to outsell Starfield, let's be honest. It got another trailer. We didn't get, I think some people were hoping for an extended gameplay session, show new mechanics and whatnot. That didn't happen. Just got a gameplay trailer, or a trailer that had some gameplay in it. It looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like another fucking Breath of the Wild game, which lots of people liked the first time. Probably gonna like it the second time around. The one thing that a lot of people were talking about, though, is that a portion of this, or like a screenshot, or I don't know if it was part of the trailer, I can't remember now. It looks like there's some, remember that game Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts for the 360, where you built a lot of the vehicles and stuff in each level to accomplish your tasks? Do you remember that game back in the day?
No.
Okay, so I actually owned it and played it. It was a pretty dope game. A lot of people were down bad on it because it was such a departure from the original Banjo-Kazooie titles. But you literally, like the Lego Racer days, you literally built with parts that you found and collected. You built vehicles to accomplish your tasks in each one of these levels. And it was really, and everyone had, different ways of accomplishing different goals. Anyway, it looks like maybe some form of that has made its way into Tears of the Kingdom based on some visuals that we got there, which would be an interesting course for them to take. But we won't know, of course, until the game actually arrives, which isn't too much longer because that game comes out May 12th of this year. Lots of people excited for that. A lot of people also talking, Mr. Black, about how the release of this game has got to be a marker for the close to the end of times for the Switch before another Switch comes out, just like they did with Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. And so I'm still up in the air about it because they're selling so many of these fucking consoles that it, some people are saying it's got to be 2024. Where they release this thing, this new console.
Could be 2025. I mean, we could still get another.
I'm leaning towards 2025 myself. When you look at the sales numbers and it's not slowing your game sales or anything else, and you've got economies of scale and all this shit working for in your favor, unless the parts that they are buying to make this the current Switch are starting to get harder to come by for whatever reason, maybe based on age or what have you. I don't know. Then maybe it pushes them forward, but otherwise, I mean, my God, there's not a lot of incentive. The margins only go up over time. So it would be very weird for them to jump the gun on that. But I do agree that to a degree, having a Zelda title launch, it seems to have become their thing, where just at the end of a console life cycle, you get the first or the second Zelda title, and then boom, within a year or so, 18 months, you got a new console coming through. So we'll wait and see if that's actually what happens. But there you go, May 12th. Lots of people finally breathing a sigh of relief. My God, finally play Zelda again.